UFC Fight Night Taira versus Hyun Sung is going down this Saturday. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down each fight and giving my predictions to who I think is going to win each and every fight from the card, okay? Let's get right into it. Starting off with the women's strawweight bout. Piera Rodriguez versus Katlyn Souza. Okay, this fight is going to be really good. I know most people have been saying Piera Rodriguez is going to win. I disagree. I think Katlyn's going to win, okay? She's an absolute animal, but starting off with Piera Rodriguez and what she's good and bad at, okay? First of all, she's a very strong kickboxer. She's very lengthy compared to Souza, very long. Pressure fighter, she's always walking forward, but I will say she does get countered a lot, and that won't be good in this fight because Souza's a very good counterpuncher. She has very average takedown defense. She has gotten taken down quite a bit, but I see it definitely happening in this fight. She throws the same combos constantly, the jab, cross, the jab, cross. Very readable. And while she's pressuring, she keeps her chin like this. High in the air for someone to freaking knock her lights out, okay? So it's very readable what she's doing. She's always doing the same thing. And it's not good on top of that because she keeps her chin high in the air. And then moving on to Katlyn Souza, though. Some of her strengths and weaknesses. First of all, she's very aggressive. She looks like a man, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but she looks like a man. She's very aggressive. She looks like she has testosterone. Very aggressive. Very brutal knees. Always kneeing when she gets in that clinch because she has that Muay Thai style. She always gets in that clinch, knees. Very strong knees. She's dropped the girl with those knees before. She's shorter than Piera, so it's very common in these kind of fights. Overall, better grappling. She has submitted a lot of girls in her past. I could see this fight ending in a submission. And she also has good striking. I would say that they both have really good striking, so they're very even there, but the separation between the two skill sets are the grappling. So I would say that Souza definitely has the advantage in the grappling, so I would give that to her. And that's why I think Souza's going to win this fight, okay? But moving on to the next fight of the night. Rafael Estevam versus Felipe Bunes. This fight is going to be really good. I will say, a lot of people will doubt me on this prediction. This is going to go the way I'm saying it's going to go, okay? Rafael Estevam, judo throws. Always judo throwing people. In his past fights, I really studied him. He's always going for that judo throw. He always wants to chuck you to the ground. He's not that good at shooting takedowns. He's not that strong of a wrestler, but he's always trying to do those judo throws. He has really solid jiu-jitsu, so once he gets you to the ground, there could be issues there. Against Felipe, though, I can't see that happening too much. But he's also a really slow striker. Terrible gas tank. You can read when he's about to throw something. And the worst thing is he gets gassed by, like, the second round. Because he puts his all into the first round. But then he's fighting Felipe Bunes. Felipe has exceptional striking. Really top-level striking. In his past fights, he showcased that. Very high-level striking. Solid head movement. Very hard to punch. He fights like a boxer kind of, but he's in MMA. He's always moving. He's never staying right in front of you. He's never just doing the same things. He's always going side to side, back, forward. Pushes the pace. That's what it is. If he's not going side to side, he's walking towards you, throwing from every angle. And I could see him either catching Rafael, or even if he gets taken down, I would say Rafael has the advantage in the grappling, but I would say he can get back up, and he's proven that in his past fights that he is able to get up against grapplers. But I could see him catching Rafael and ending the fight with a TKO. Moving on to the next fight, a featherweight bout. I'm really excited for this fight, okay? Had to put my water down for this one, okay? Austin Bashi versus John Yanis. This fight will be so intense. Both guys, they go out there and just throw down. I will say, John is a fighter that fights in the regional scene. So he's not really used to fighting guys that high of level, okay? The guys that he fights, they're good and sometimes not good in his regional scene. And I've seen fights where he went through a war with someone who's not even considered to be that good. So, like, I think him going against Austin will be really rough for him. Austin has elite wrestling, as everyone knows. He has exceptional grappling. His jiu-jitsu is really good. His rear naked chokes are really freaking good. He can scramble. He never really gets tired. He's always shooting for those takedowns. If he misses a couple, he'll keep coming forward and shooting those takedowns. And he eventually will get him down. I think it'll be very, very, very easy for him to take down John. John doesn't have that good a takedown defense. I saw one of his regional fights. He got taken down by a guy that had a negative record. So, I don't think Austin will struggle to take the guy down. But he doesn't just have grappling. Austin has striking. His leg kicks are hard. Snaps them. They get off balance all the time. His punches are really good too. His combos are really good. His overhand right's really strong. He could knock him out too. I could see that happening. But John, he's a regional fighter. As I said, he's a very average striker. So he doesn't really have anything good about him. I'm not trying to be rude about him. But I see this being a total domination. I see Austin going out there and winning either by knockout, or I could see him choking him out. I see more of him choking him out because I know Austin goes out there to take him down right away. So I see Austin going out there and choking him out, finishing the fight in the first round. Very easy fight for Austin. They need to give him tougher opponents, okay? I know it's short notice, but later on, tougher opponents for Austin. Moving on to this next fight. Nick Klein versus Andrei Polyaev. This fight is going to be very, very, very good. I see it being good, not trying to be rude to either of them because they're both not very skilled fighters. They both don't have that high level of anything in mixed martial arts. Starting off with Nick Klein, he has very decent wrestling. He's always shooting for that takedown. I wouldn't say that he has outstanding wrestling compared to many other people in the UFC, but for this fight, he has pretty decent wrestling. He has below average striking. His striking's terrible. No offense to Nick, but he only strikes to get to the takedown. He doesn't strike to knock someone out. His striking's very, very below average. Overall, a very sloppy fighter. Just wants the takedown. Can't get the takedown. Good fucking luck in this fight. But moving on to Andre. Andre is very lengthy compared to Nick Klein. I think that'll really help Andre because it'll be able to keep the distance away from Nick. It won't be as easy for Nick to come in and shoot for the takedown because then he has that knee right there. He'll be able to read it because he's holding him farther away from him. He has very good takedown defense, so I think that if Nick does get past his reach, then he won't be able to take him down as easy as he thinks because Andre is very, very, very good at not letting guys take him down. 1,000 times better striker than Klein is. He's not even that good of a striker, but compared to Klein, he is. Compared to Klein, he looks like a Bruce Lee. I mean, like, it's, yeah. His punches are really good. His leg kicks are really sharp. I would say that his punches are definitely the things he's better at, his boxing. He doesn't have too much power. I can't really see this ending in a knockout or submission. I see this ending more in decision. But if Nick does get him down, he does have the potential to choke out Andre. Don't see that happening, though. I can't see Nick really getting him down. Overall, like I said, this match is very unskilled. Not very skillful. It could be a very boring fight. I see it being a very interesting fight because both of them aren't that skilled. No offense to either of you. You guys are both tough because you both step in the octagon in the first place, okay? But moving on to the next fight. Rodolfo Vieira versus Trishan Gore. This might be a big surprise to all of you, okay? Gore is definitely I would say the favorite. What I've seen from people's predictions, I would say he's the favorite. But he's never went against such a high-level grappler as Vieira is. Vieira has been a world champion in jiu-jitsu. He's overall a really good grappler. Gore, he does have good takedown defense, but in this fight, it won't show because he's never went against a high-level grappler as Vieira. Vieira has elite jiu-jitsu, overall great grappling, decent striking. For being a grappler, he has really good striking. Good enough to get to the takedown at least. Gore definitely beats him in the striking department, but I think that Vieira can hold up on the striking to be able to get to the takedown to finish him. Trishan, great guillotine, so that's one thing he needs to be careful with. Gore has finished 2 of his opponents with the guillotine. One really brutal one. The guy was like crawling off the cage. He was like backwards. It was weird. Fucking great guillotine. That's one thing Vieira needs to be careful for. The thing about Vieira is he's won against high-level grapplers too. He's not dumb enough to leave his neck out in the air because that's a basic white belt move. He has decent takedown defense, as I said. I don't see him stopping Vieira's takedowns because of the high-level grappler that he is. I'm excited to see how Gorda is getting tested against a high-level grappler like Vieira, constantly pushing the pace, going for takedowns. See how he reacts to it. See if he has good takedown defense. Because if he can stuff his takedowns, he can stuff basically anyone's takedowns. Not Hamzat's, but, that's a different story. Moving on to the next fight, though. The main event of the prelims. Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. Nakamura is a very squirmy fighter. He's always moving. He doesn't use much of his brain. It works for him, though. At least he doesn't look like he uses much of it, but it works for him, like I said. Very, very tough guy. Fletcher, very good at jiu-jitsu. Average striker, very readable striking, but he has very good jiu-jitsu. But Rinya is not that much of a pushover on the ground either. Nakamura is a very good striker, very explosive. Even though he's very squirmy, he's very explosive, which works to his favor. Elite wrestling, everyone didn't know he was a wrestler in the past. He succeeded very well in that sport, and that leads over to MMA. So that's really good for him. It helps a lot. So if he ever gets taken down, he's good. He doesn't like being on his back because wrestlers aren't on their back. They want to be on top. So yeah, that's that about his grappling. He loves to throw down. So what I mean by that is literally whenever he gets in an exchange, he loves that shit. He lives for that. He succeeds. He thrives in that. Good luck to Fletcher if he tries to throw down with him, because I've seen Fletcher in his past fights try to throw down. Won't work out in this fight. Overall, Nakamura is a very well-rounded fighter, and I see him getting the W, as I show on the slides. But Nathan Fletcher, very good at jiu-jitsu. I would say that Fletcher definitely has the advantage in jiu-jitsu. Very average striking. Like I said, not good striking. Very hesitant. He doesn't throw a lot. He just wants that takedown. He wants to get their back. Way slower than Nakamura. So, if he tries to exchange with him, tries to take him down, good fucking luck, because Nakamura is a wrestler, insane wrestler. He can sprawl on him. He's used to that. I can't see Fletcher winning in any world. So that's why I think Nakamura will win. But moving on to the first fight of the main card. Danny Silva versus Kevin Valios. Okay. This fight I'm actually really excited for. Danny Silva gets hit a lot, okay? A lot. Can't do that against Kevin. Kevin is literally like an Ilia Topuria. It's insane. Go watch him. He's identical. Danny has decent striking, just not to the level of Kevin. I see this fight ending in a KO on Kevin's part. Good submission defense, so if Danny ever gets taken down, gets put in a submission situation, he has very good defense to defend that, so he might not get submitted. But Kevin, very elite boxing. Identical to Ilia Topuria. Powerful hands, powerful kicks. Don't see him kick a lot, but his punches are insane, insanely hard. Short, but uses it to his advantage. The same as Ilia, uses his height to the advantage. Gets into the stomach shots a lot. Leads up to the headshots. Puts all the combos beautifully together. Surprising submission threat. Just because he's a really good boxer doesn't mean he doesn't have submissions. He has that in his bag too. So we'll see how Danny's submission defense holds up against Kevin. I don't think it will go there. I think Kevin Valios is definitely a future champion. I see him being the future of the featherweight division. Just wait a couple years. Not even a couple years. Wait, give him see how far he is in a year. He'll be pretty far. I think he's a beast. And he will definitely be next up in that division. But yeah, I see Kevin winning by KO. Knocking his fucking head off. But moving on to the next fight of the night. Neil Magny versus... Okay, I'm going to take my time with this, okay? Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, okay? Well, Neil Magny definitely has the experience over him. They both have a lot of experience, actually. But Neil Magny has the experience fighting harder and tougher opponents. Very lengthy, got the length over him. Solid striking. His jab is really, really good because he has the length, as I said. So he's able to pop that jab out there real fast and keep it at his distance. Jab hurts, you can tell. Very sharp jab. His fight IQ is really good. Neil's always thinking. You can tell. You can see it in his eyes when he's fighting. He's always thinking. He's never just doing stuff off a reaction. He's a very sloppy fighter overall, though, and he has a fucking garbage chin. So, I don't think that's going to hold up in this fight. Neil Magny, a lot of people think he's going to win. I don't agree with that. Neil Magny is way out of his prime, as everyone knows. You saw him fight Carlos Prates. Obviously, Carlos is coming up. He's a beast, but you see how that fucking went. You see his chin there. But Dos Santos, powerful striking, and that's the issue. If Neil Magny was fighting a grappler, I'd be a little more confident in Neil Magny from not letting them take him down. But this guy's a powerful striker, aggressive Muay Thai style, strong clinch, and solid BJJ. So basically, he's good all over. If he gets Neil Magny to the ground, I think Neil's fucked in every way. He has great jiu-jitsu. But then on top of that, the biggest issue is his aggressive Muay Thai style of fighting. If he gets him to the clinch, those knees are dangerous. I could see Dos Santos knocking him out because he's a lot of power in those hands. Even though he's getting older, I see him definitely winning this fight. I could see this fight going to decision, but I could also see Dos Santos chinning Magny. So I'm really excited to see what goes on in this fight. Moving on to the last women's fight of the night. Karol Rosa versus Nora Cornwell. This fight will be really, 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 really good. Karol is definitely the favorite to win, I would say. Very decent striking. Leg kicks are really good. I don't know if you guys saw that one fight of hers. It was, I think, 2 fights ago. That inside leg kick she was popping out there, holy shit, it was really hurting the chick she was fighting. Really good fight. They went to war, though. That was probably one of the best fights of 2023. It was a really good fight. Readable striking, though. Very slow, I would say. Doesn't throw enough volume, so she throws like 1 punch, 2 punch combo at most. Very readable combo, but that's all she throws. She doesn't really throw a lot of volume. And I think that she needs to throw more volume, and if she did throw more volume, she would succeed a lot more. But Nora, aggressive striking. Holy crap. Watch this girl strike. She's very aggressive. Strong base in Muay Thai. Solid BJJ, and great clinch work. So, she needs the shit out of the girls that she fights. We got some tough girls on this card. Like I said, she has solid BJJ. She's finished a lot of girls with the rear naked choke. She's definitely able to finish this fight on the ground or on the feet. I see this fight going to the ground, though, and I see Nora finishing her with a choke. Karol definitely has good striking where she won't get finished on the feet, but whenever she gets pressured, she doesn't fucking like that. So, I see this fight going to the ground with Nora winning by submission or decision. Never know. But moving on to the next fight. Very freaking excited for this fight. Elvis Brenner versus Esteban Ribovics. Elvis Brenner versus Esteban Ribovics. This fight will be really, really, really good. Elvis is very, very good. He's got very heavy hands. The biggest thing, though, is his heart. Constantly moving forward. I don't know if you guys saw this one fight. I don't know if it was on Dana White's Contender Series. I forgot, but holy crap, he was getting his ass kicked. And then he just came back near the end of the fight, clocked the dude, dropped him. That was it. So, he's a tough guy. You can't ever count the guy out. I'm not counting him out, but he's a very big pressure fighter too. Always walking forward, throwing bombs. So you got to be careful for that. This is probably the hardest fight to predict of the night, okay? So, we'll see. Esteban, solid kickboxer, heavy hitter, loves exchanging. That's what he lives for. He's in the pocket, exchanging. I know Elvis has very good and heavy hands, but I see this fight being bad for him if he tries to exchange with Esteban. Esteban, very, very good at kicks. I don't really see Elvis kicking a ton, but we'll see. We'll see if he changes up his game plan in this fight, but I see Elvis just going out there and just throwing as much as he wants with all the heart. Always has heart in his fights. Can't deny that. It'll be a good fight. I think Esteban will definitely be the winner and will come out victorious, though. I just see him being overall better kickboxer. I don't see this fight going to the ground. I see him being overall better kickboxer and getting the W by I'll say decision. Definitely will be a couple exchanges where someone gets dropped, though. I'll say that much. The co-main event, Martus Rebecki versus Chris Duncan. This fight will be a war, okay? Martus Rebecki is a very durable fighter, as you saw. His last fight, holy shit. Other guy, I can't really pronounce his name. I know who he is. I can't pronounce his name. Ball on his face. Holy crap. Like, they go at it. He's a very durable fighter. He can get his ass kicked the whole fight and still come back and win. So you can't ever doubt him. Powerful hands. Solid wrestling. He was a wrestler before the UFC. Loves a war. Overall loves a war. All his fights are basically a war. Strong boxing. Very good head movement. Pretty much a boxer that adds wrestling into his style. Very fucking good. And I see Rebecki definitely winning this fight. I could see him knocking him out, or I could see him submitting him on the ground. But Chris is a very strong kickboxer as well. He's not a scrub on the feet. He has powerful kicks, definitely more powerful than Rebecki. Rebecki is known for his punching over his kicks. He has great BJJ, very good head movement as well, so it'll be more of a boxing match, well, kickboxing match. He's hard to hit, so we'll see how Rebecki does with hitting him. Usually, a lot of the time, he gets the bad end of the exchanges. So I've seen a couple fights where he gets into exchanges, he gets the bad end of it, and gets dropped. Not knocked out, but dropped, which won't be good against Rebecki because Rebecki has a lot of power in those hands. I see this fight end up being the fight of the night. I see it going to decision, just being an absolute war, as Rebecki's fights always are. And I definitely see this, being the fight of the night. I foresee it. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to this fight probably the most out of the whole night. So yeah, that's why I think Rebecki's definitely going to get the W in this. But moving on to the main event of the night. Tatsuro Taira versus Hyun Sung Park. Okay, just saying, this is going to be very debatable in the comments. I can already see it. Everyone's going to disagree with me on my prediction in this fight. But Tatsuro, very exceptional striking, very good leg kicks, solid tie clinch, counter puncher, smooth combos, always watching for that counter punch. He kind of reminds me of McGregor a little bit. Every time someone pressures him, backs up over the arms. Great BJJ. He has finished people with submissions before. Doesn't do good when getting pressured, though. And that's not good against Park, because Park is known for pressuring guys. So I think that's where Park's going to get him in this matchup. Park is very, very, very calm. Calmer than Ilia Topuria. Very calm. He's going out there. He knows he's really good. He believes in his skill set. He knows he's going out there to win. He's an elite kickboxer, specifically boxer and leg kicks. His combos, mixing them together, is really good. To the stomach and above. Has knocked people out like that before. His leg kicks make people go flying, okay? Especially for a flyweight, it's pretty impressive. As I said, fluid combos. He mixes his punches with his kicks really good together. I see this fight being, I think, ending in a finish. I could see Park finishing Taira, KO, TKO. Park will turn Taira into a BJJ fighter, okay? Taira has good striking, not compared to Park. Park will make this fight go to the ground because Taira will try to go to the ground because he's going to become a BJJ fighter in this fight because he's going to realize that his striking is not as good as Park. So that's why I have Park winning either by TKO or KO. It'll be a great main event. But that's it for my predictions, guys. In the comments down below, give me your opinion if you guys agree with what I just said. Tell me your guys' predictions if you disagree. Please just like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, I'm so blessed to have all of you to be subscribed to me and watching me, giving me my views, my likes. Let's get the subscribers. Keep going up. Road to 200, as I always say. Thank you guys so much, and have a very blessed rest of your day.